Yes, it's Jumaane, also known as Juby and Watchna, is always Arsenal. It's always, and this time we won. Victory, W, 3 points against Norwich City. Yeah, I mean, some of them dubbed it as the relegation battle. Of course, Arsenal is not a relegation team. But small thing, we taking that. We also taking the victory. 1, 2, 3 points. You know what I mean? So you only talk you want. We climb in and we come in. And sound like a real Arsenal fan, eh? But we won. That's the reality. We won 1-0 against Norwich City, and I would say it was a decent performance, considering the fact that we started with about five of our new signings, who, of course, would lack the chemistry, um, but somehow we were able to make it work. We dominated the first half. Well, at least we dominated three-quarter of the first half. I would say we started to lower the intensity coming to the ending of the first half, and Norwich got back into the game. But I feel like we should have scored during that high intensity. We got about three corners back to back at the beginning of the game. We were pressing, you know what I mean? But we didn't get it. Went into the second half, and I feel like second half was a good performance. You know what I mean? Some of our players really and truly deserve some clappers. Let me start with that. It's a while since I started with some clappers. I want to give Tomiyasu clappers. He looked like he is an Arsenal player a long time. Of course, there were lack of chemistry here and there, but he was up and down the flank, shooting the ball with both feet. You know what I mean? I see that a screenshot picture with him doing a kind of Japanese silent thing. I like what I see from the little I saw of him. The Japanese look decent. So I would like to see much more of him, to be real honest. I also want to give clappers to Oba, who of course scored. You know, we need Oba to score. We need Oba to score. And he really appreciated that goal. You know what I mean? That meant a lot to him. Even if you look at his Instagram post and so on. So clappers to him. And clappers to Pepe. Clappers to Pepe. Pepe has been playing like he now realized the value of himself. He came into the Premier League and he had to adapt and so on. And his attitude wasn't always the best. But I feel like working with Arteta and also looking at the mirror and watching himself and saying, I am Pepe. Arsenal bought me for 72 million. I mean, a price that not all of us were proud about, but Pepe looking at himself in the mirror and saying, I am Pepe. I could play this game. And I feel like the hype of the crowd and the inclusion of other big name players in the Premier League is boosting. Yeah, Pepe. Pepe is playing like if he wants this. I mean, Khadz even told me that Pepe, with that childbirth, Pepe is a brand new player, and that is factual. Pepe is running down the ball. Pepe is operating like a ball boy when the ball goes out for a throw. Pepe is tracking back defensively. Pepe is distributing the ball. He's a player who likes to hold the ball, and he's distributing the ball and deciding, making good decisions when to distribute and when to hold on. Pepe, it was unfortunate that he didn't score, but it was also rewarding to him with the assist. And of course, it had a little ricochet and he kind of rolled into the ball and assist over. But Pepe has been performing, and that could only work out in our favor. So big up Pepe, big up Oba, big up the Japanese, Tomiyasu. You know what I mean? But nevertheless, the team, it was a mixture of new signings and some of our main players that we're looking to really move forward with. You know what I mean? Saka in the fray, Oba in the fray. We had Gabriel. We had TNE, of course. And Odegaard with Lokonga. And strangely, Maitland-Niles. I almost forgot that. But I'll get back to that point. But we had a decent blend in terms of on paper. But I still feel like we have some more work to do, of course. It's against Norwich City, so it worked out in the end. But I feel like our transitions, we need to be a little more fluid in that midfield area. And you saw that when Partey came on and Maitland Niles went out to the right back position. Maitland Niles, as much as you want to play more often, I feel like his he could play the game, and he could be a better player, but I don't feel he ready to be our starting player. Sadly, I just don't feel like Niles could start on an Arsenal team that needs to win games. I feel like he would be very influential throughout our season, and he also has a chip on his shoulder, so that might work in his favor and in our favor. But Niles can start, you know what I mean? But moving on from that, I feel like generally Arteta, the team performed, considering international break and lack of time. Lack of time in terms of the players who actually were on international duty, sorry. But Arteta still found a way, of course, to execute a plan. You know what I mean? And you would have seen it in the intensity of the game. They actually got tired at the ending of the first half. But the intensity was there. For sure, for sure, for sure. And I'm glad for the W. I'm glad for the 3 points. We play Burnley next. And that is another important game. Not one of the stronger teams, but we faced them last year and it was very difficult to break them down. So, looking forward to this game against Burnley, and I'm looking forward to seeing our real starting lineup. You know what I mean? I would assume we would go with the majority of the same players, but of course, Partey has to come in the fray gradually. You really don't want Partey to get injured. So you want to gradually bring Partey back into the squad, and we want to see the likes of Martinelli and Lacazette coming into the fray when we're not scoring, because we had a score and we didn't complete plenty of our attacks yesterday, and I feel like when we lacking on top, we need to bring on a man like Lacazette. That was funny. Take it as you want now, but nevertheless, I feel like we have enough attacking players on the bench in the likes of Lacazette and Martinelli. That is enough to at least replace a Pepe or replace a Saka or Aubameyang when they're not hitting the back of the net. And that was really one of our downfalls yesterday. We didn't score more than one goal. So we play Burnley on Saturday, and I'm looking forward to that game. I'm looking forward to Arsenal's shriek. All you feel. You know what I mean? So, small talk for today is, all you ever realize Arteta is predominantly wear black. Check it out. Check out the color scheme in Arteta's clothing. Khadz brought that to my attention, and she probably might do a video on it. You know what I mean? Arteta's appearance. Because you have a look. He was even smiling in the post-match interview. So, Arteta, you get 3 points. So you buy some time. But until next time, watch now, is always Arsenal.